Hey guys, it's Dad Witchdude again, and today, since I have worship today, I'm going to be talking about Goddess Sekhmet. Because today, like I do every single Tuesday, I worship her. So, this is the day I have her worship. You guys are propped up on my little basket right now, so I'm on the floor because I need to charge my phone. Okay. Yeah, Goddess Sekhmet. I have worship of her today upon Tuesday, which is her sacred planet on her sacred day of the week. Goddess Sekhmet has helped me in so many ways when dealing with anger, when doing fire magic, when being myself and being more confident and comfortable in my own skin. As you can see, I'm kind of like decked out for the attire. You can see my ankh right there too. But yes, Sekhmet has helped me do a bunch of things, and right now I'm going to talk about how she can help you too. Alright, so Sekhmet is the aspect or sister to Hathor and Bastet. She is believed to be the angry aspect of Hathor or Bastet, who are both goddesses of dance and fertility and happiness, but turn to something else whenever rage is a thing. She represents incredible primal rage and fury, the wildfire of the desert. She is known to also be the Eye of Ra, which the Eye of Ra is a protective symbol used by the ancient Egyptians for its ability to protect life, incinerate evil, and destroy obstacles. It's the supreme symbol of protection, essentially, in Egypt, because it is the very eye of Amun-Ra, the chief god, the sun god, the slayer of Apep. He is immensely powerful, and so is this symbol, which is his eye itself. And so we can apply this to Goddess Sekhmet, for she is the Eye of Ra. She is the Eye of Ra's ability to destroy and create and protect. Her name alone also translates to she who is powerful. And she is incredibly powerful. We see in the first of her stories, her most famous story, that she was able to wipe out almost the entirety of humanity, possibly the entirety of humanity, and also turn Egypt, the wonderful realm, lush, floral Egypt, into a desert wasteland. And she dyed the rivers and the sand red with the blood of humanity. Right now, I'm going to get into that story real quick because that's a nice one. Okay, so the story of Sekhmet being created was that she was created from the Eye of Amun-Ra, or from the rage of Hathor, or the rage of Bastet. I personally believe more in the Eye of Ra theory because she has so many similarities to Ra and the symbol of the Eye of Ra to where I cannot ignore it. Plus, her day of the week is Tuesday, which is the day of Mars, planet closest to the great sun. So, in this story, she is created from the Eye of Amun-Ra. When humanity turns their back to the gods and falls into chaos, to slander, to hubris towards the gods, which is a big no-no. Don't do that. You will die, possibly, or get smited somehow. Which throws off the natural order. When the humans do not worship the gods properly and fall into disaster, rebellion, things that follow the aspects of Apep, that leads to potential destructive aspects in the balance of nature. Evil is not allowed to triumph over good. Whenever evil is about to triumph over good, good creates a way. And that way was Sekhmet. She was sent towards the humans and warned them, but they refused to rebel, so she slaughtered them. Then, in a frenzy, she drank their blood and wiped out humanity and created the Egyptian desert. a very powerful and performative act that was able to affect everything around her. She was quite literally unstoppable, going on a rampage. We see that she is a sacred goddess of rage and of anger and of bloodlust and war. And so as she is going around, the gods assume, the Godhead and the Ra, of course, realize that this is a bad idea, that even though humanity is evil, there are still some good ones. So before she could slay all of humanity, which remained of all the good people who were devoted to the gods and respected their power and gave apologies and offerings to Sekhmet and to the gods for their protection, Ra dyed tons of beer, multiple jars of beer and wine, dyed a deep red with the blood of humanity that Sekhmet had spilt. And then so she drank all of these gigantic jars of alcohol and went into a drunken slumber and awakened and realized what she had done, and then went on to be a goddess of justice and warfare and fairness, not just a goddess of rampage, slaughter, and bloodshed, or plagues. She also used plagues during the event where she slaughtered humanity. So whenever her anger was satiated, she took upon the aspect of a goddess of healing, which she already was. We just saw her war aspect more than we did her healing aspect. She is a patron of healers, and her healers were known to be some of the best physicians out there. They were like high grade, high tier. She is immensely powerful when it comes to healing. She can heal any ailment or any trauma. She helped me heal my trauma. She will burn away the shadows and venom put into you by Apep and those around you who slander the gods, and she'll burn it away. This can be incredibly painful because it is ego death. It is very much ego death. So if you're not ready to be mature and let your ego die out a little bit, it's going to destroy you because you are fighting the gods, which you shouldn't be doing. She is a very protective goddess. Very, very protective. She's also very firm and strong. She protects her worshippers and those who follow the principles of Ma'at, for she is also the guardian of Ma'at. Just like how she is Ra's executioner, she is the guardian of Ma'at, the goddess of justice and fairness. And her 42 rules, the 42 rules and ideals of Ma'at, were used by the ancient Egyptians in both political and religious society. Sekhmet guards these rules and protects them, like how she protects Ma'at, so that she can protect natural order, the natural order of all things. It is best that you follow the principles of Ma'at, which she will teach you how to do. She is very firm and very kind of, I would say, pushy to follow the principles of Ma'at, because you cannot worship the Egyptian gods without following Ma'at in some way. A lot of the things in Ma'at are unredoable. They are rules that you have broken and you cannot fix them unless you go through a very powerful transformation of your soul itself, which could be deadly or dangerous. So it is best to try to follow the rules of Ma'at. There are some where you can have that second chance. For it is best to have that principle of Ma'at, for then you will know how to be a proper judge, and you'll be judged fairly by the scales once you have died. Sekhmet is a goddess that has helped me a lot with my magic, and right now I'm going to give you like a list of things you can do for her and with her. Offering wise, blood is a traditional offering, not like your blood, but like animal blood, preferably from animals that could have been like raised at home. Home-raised animals that have been taken care of and are used as offerings to the gods, if you know what I mean. Like, it is best to use the blood from the sacrifice to give to Sekhmet, especially if you have sacrificed, like, say, a cow or some sort of, like, plentiful creature. Blood is there. It is there. That is one of her aspects, is she who drinks blood. So blood and red wines, deep red wines, are some of her favorite beverages that you can give to her as an offering to give her thanks and give her worship. Don't use your blood. Don't use your blood. And other offerings, speaking of blood, can be dragon's blood, resin, and incense. I think that all forms of the dragon's blood incense is fine, but I personally think that the true tree resin, dragon's blood resin from the tree, like not in a cone, not like powderized in some different shape or form, like the actual resin. Because whenever you burn dragon's blood resin, it looks like a heart that's like throbbing and beating. And I offer dragon's blood to Sekhmet for that fact and many others. Like I said, all forms of dragon's blood are perfectly acceptable because it's her sacred incense, essentially. One of her sacred incenses. And it is used to give to her. The main reason why I associate her so much with dragon's blood is because she matches its power. Dragon's blood is a plant of protection, of healing, of destruction, annihilation, consecration, transformation, all things which Sekhmet rules over. Plus, when you combine it with the resin part of the beating heart, it is the beating heart of life, fire, and of the warrior. So that is one of the best offerings you can give to her is dragon's blood. And any sort of burnt offering, you can give her any sort of burnt offering. I'm somewhat of a Greco-Egyptian polytheist, so I do incorporate Greek elements into my worship in general of all the gods that I worship. So I will usually give Sekhmet an offering that is burnt. And if it is a liquid offering, it is not poured onto the ground. It is left on the altar for her consumption. I usually try to burn the offerings facing towards the sun, usually in the east, but sometimes I have to do it in the west. I mostly have to do it in the west, unfortunately. But if you can face east when the sun is rising, that is the best time to give her offerings. It's when Amun-Ra and her are channeling across the universe. Other offerings you can give her are red meats. She loves red meats. You can offer that to her as an offering to sustain her and give her thanks for the blessings she has given you. Devotional offerings can be wearing her jewelry, like how I wear my ankh and my prayer beads every single day. I've even made an amulet recently from clay, which I'm not going to show anybody because I don't want anybody messing with it. But I made it for her with her initials and her name on it. So that is a talisman that I sort of can do. You can make talismans with her as a sort of devotional offering to her, to give her thanks, to show that you care. And another one is prayer. You can pray all you need to her. She understands that life is not fair sometimes, and she will protect you. And now let's get into her associations and her rulership. Alright, so Sekhmet, I'm pretty sure I said this at the start of the video, I don't know if I did or not. But Sekhmet is the wife of Ptah, the creator god of Egypt. Yeah, she's really powerful. It says it in the name. But she is the wife of Ptah, who created the planet Earth from his tongue, and the mother of Nefertem, the god of perfume and the rising sun and the blue lotus. Nefertem is often associated also with the rising sun. Sekhmet is part of the Memphis triad, which was possibly the biggest worship triad in Memphis, like the biggest amount of worship there. So she is, of course, a god of Memphis. She is a protectress who is incredibly firm and destructive. She will often bring forth powerful amounts of protection that can harm anybody that tries to hurt you. She will send the sun's fire to be cast around you in a circle of protection that nobody can cross. Her power is very, very intense, and I felt it whenever I called upon her the first time. It was like staying in an oven. It was very strong. Very, very, very strong. That's how she is whenever you meet her. She can be incredibly wrathful towards your enemies. I've never faced her wrath before because I give her respect. But your enemies, if they disrespect you or treat somebody unfairly for something stupid like their skin, race, religion, sexuality, whatsoever, she is an absolute judge of people who do unfairly to people for no reason. Because back in ancient Egypt, these customs were respected. The Egyptians were very respectful, and she has that respect towards everybody who calls upon her and asks for her help in helping others. She is a goddess of healing, like how I said, and she can heal any illness. I remember one day I was feeling horribly sick and I carried her crystals alone within my pocket, and I felt so much better and invigorated once they touched the sunlight. It was a very powerful experience, and I am very thankful for her for that. She can help you remove a sickness within a day. That's what happened to me. She helped me remove a disease and a sickness, a stomach bug, within a day. I was good the next day to go on, but I still felt headachy on the Thursday after the Wednesday, but I wasn't sick anymore. I was just dehydrated. And she can help you immensely to heal yourself, for she's the fire that burns away sickness. She burns away the venom of Apep, the trauma, the sickness, the abuse. She burns it all away and encourages you and forces you to be the strongest version of who you are. She will majorly increase your confidence, your warrior aspect, your rage, and she can help you channel it into doing more productive things. She makes you get up and get on the go. She is movement, movement, movement. She's not a very still goddess. She is very pushy. She is very go on, get going. She is very much like a military sergeant, but she does have that war motherly aspect to her. She is a goddess of protection and healing and warfare. You can call upon her for curses to punish and destroy your enemy, to set them ablaze. You can call upon her for powerful cleansings and fiery walls of protection that hurt your enemies whenever they come at you. She does not play, and she will spill the blood of anybody who wrongs you whatsoever. It's a thing that I've witnessed before, and she is immensely powerful, incredibly powerful. And I am forever thankful for her. But yeah, Dua goddess Sekhmet. A traditional prayer pose to her is the traditional Egyptian hand pose. One hand up, one hand down, upper hand a little bit more forward than this hand. And to pray to her, you should say Dua, D-U-A, Dua Sekhmet, Dua Sekhmet, which means hail she who is powerful. Her symbols are, I don't know how to I forgot the names of the hieroglyphics. I'm so bad at this. But one of her sacred hieroglyphics to make up her name is the Sekhem. Yeah, Sekhmet. Yeah. So the Sekhem is a ritual tool that I view to be the most sacred ritual tool for working with Sekhmet. It is a tool used to dominate and destroy evil. It often depicts having gods stomping on Apep or slicing up serpents, and often has eyes to be seen as a living thing that lives with the power of the gods, that is used in domination and control rituals to suppress those and annihilate those who are against the natural order. Sekhmet is very good at helping you enhance your strength and your power, which is what the Sekhem does. And crystals. I almost forgot about the crystals, of course. Her crystals are red jasper for protection and strength, carnelian for motivation, sunstone, bloodstone, ruby, garnet, hematite, iron, what's that other one? Cinnabar. and any sort of red, deep red gemstone that encourages strength. Also lapis lazuli, and gold and bronze. You can do devotional work by working out with her. She can help you work out to help you improve your physical health, because she's a goddess of healing and warfare, which gives her that strength. She is incredibly powerful, and I love and respect her so much. So much. And with that, I'm gonna end this video, because I'm done ranting, and this is like a 20-minute video, because I rant too much. Alright. Dula Goddess Sekhmet, thank you all for watching. I will now end this video. Thank you very much. Also, Sekhmet holds the Ankh, the sacred symbol of Egyptian life, holding the fact that she has power over life itself. So know the reason why she is all-powerful. Dula Goddess Sekhmet, thank you all for watching.